Well, if you want a live stream, then the live stream you're going to get. Kind of knew it was going to happen, but turns out getting a VR headset kind of completely and totally screws up your audio setup because it wants to take over everything. So, I'm not ready-ish yet. I need to still put Windows XP on a hard drive because Longhorn wants you to already have an OS installed because the CD images are not bootable. And it honestly also expects you to just already have an earlier build of Longhorn, but I tried this and it did not work. It blew up on me, and so I am just going to roll back to Windows XP, and we'll go that way, I guess. So, let me get that ready. As a matter of fact here, come on. Does this still work? I'm gonna play some gut bomb music to kind of fill the dead air for right now. But also, I figured start before I'm ready because gives people to actually file in here because this was like as very impromptu as it gets. So let's restore Windows XP base image. Delete existing partition. Okay, next, finish. This hard drive does not sound healthy, but HD Tune clears it, so I'm gonna send it. Let me pop out my chat here. Yeah, ain't that Gut Bomb guy great? Lets me use his music. The only thing he charges me is making me play Elden Ring with him. No, I'm kidding. Also, if I sound under the weather, that's because I kind of am. I don't know what I caught, but it's like some really low-grade cold, and I hate it. MIDI? What does this look like to you, a DOS stream? Okay. The first time the new Windows 98 machine goes for a rip on stream, here we go. I can tell you in the winter it's not going to be cold in this room anymore. Also, blessings to Blue Scuzzy for making this easy, because, yeah, when I found out these images weren't bootable, I'm like, oh shit, I could just use a Blue Scuzzy for this, rather than having to burn a disk every time. As you can see, to be more period correct, we are running XP Service Pack 1. I'm also having to remember we're booting off a hard drive. This is not going to be fast. I was like, wait, why is it taking so long? Oh, wait, we're booting off a hard drive. Oh, trust me, I know full well. I'm on Ian's. Well, not I don't know whose server it is, but I'm on the Pico server, and yeah, I cannot wait for the good stuff. Okay. I was gonna do something real quick, and I can't remember. Oh yeah, that's right. Everybody, I would like you to know I'm on the internet. The computer has not exploded. I would really prefer if people watched that video all the way through and would stop saying dumb shit like, oh my god, Exodium, you put Windows XP on the internet, it's gonna blow up. That never happens. Holy moly. Okay, anyway. I'm too broke to buy a SATA card. I would give you one if I had any left to give. I unfortunately am down to my last 3112, and given that they can no longer be bought on AliExpress because of tariffs, yeah, I'm not in a rush to get rid of it. Anyway. Hey. No, we are not restarting, because, Dang. I know, but for a minute, like, because I, had Eric buy a few on my behalf, but I had, like, a stack of 3112s. And I've been giving them away to people. Unfortunately, that has come to bite me in the ass, because I have only one left for myself. Oh no, my product key, whatever will I do? So YouTube doesn't, like, murder me. I am going to, like, blank the stream. Even though this is literally on archive.org. Okay, now... Boop. Boop. Of course I agree. Yes. Now, I've already had Longhorn build a 4020, which is milestone 5. And it ran, quote-unquote, but it ran horribly. Even with drivers installed, like, it ran is if you're like running a Windows XP install with no drivers whatsoever. I've heard Milestone 6 is supposed to be much improved, but we'll see. I would also really like to try out post reset Vista or Longhorn. I should actually install Vista on here at some point too. Try it at least. I think the hardware could do Vista now, actually. We're getting closer. And as I was saying in another Discord, like, I think I'm all awesome with, like, yeah, I've got the ultimate Windows 98 machine. It's got a friggin' 3.2 gigahertz Pentium 4. You know, after, I mean, I know the Pentium 4 is, like, kind of just garbage all around, but the Northwoods were actually the better ones, I feel, before Intel kind of just decided to lose the plot again with Prescott. But, yeah, I've got an awesome Northwood Pentium 4 in here. One of the fastest ones you can get. I believe there was a 3.4, but I'm not sure how hard that is to get. But, it's one of the two fastest CPUs you could get of the Northwood generation. Anyway, then I look at my YouTube today, and Bill's Computer Lab's like, oh, by the way, I just decided to use a Core 2 Duo for this. I'm like, wait, you could do that? Oh my god. I believe in you. You can do the thing. If this completely locks up, I might just, do some post-reset Longhorn. I'm hoping it didn't lock up, but I also know Longhorn beta can, or the beta can be really, really janky at times. It'll act like it's locked up, but it's actually not locked up. I'll give it a few minutes and then I'll hit the reboot. I know when it was like trying to do like finding hardware, it like looked like it was frozen for like a good 10 minutes. Oh yeah, 3114. If you're using it for a PC, 3114s are pretty good. The previous incarnation of the Windows 98 machine used the 3114, and it was pretty damn good. Alright. You've had enough time, bud. Oh yeah, for Windows XP, even then, still good. Alright. Do we want to try that again? Beta software, everybody. Not wanted, but okay. Oh, we're in. I think... Let's have a little bit of fun here, since I'm gonna have to redo this. Because I have a working image of, like, Milestone 5, and I think I'm gonna stick with that for the purposes of demonstration. No, I'm about to. I'm about to. Give me a moment. I have a plan. I'll be taking that micro SD card. It also means, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to re-image this stupid thing. While we're doing that... Nope. And this is why I love having a quick swap bay on the front of the computer. I can just do whatever the hell I feel like. I don't like what you just did there. Why did you reboot? In this video, Exodium breaks his Windows 98 install. Thankfully, he takes backups. wonder if this is bootable. Ooh, it is! I wonder if, I wonder if, I can boot the blue SCSI, or if I can boot this off the blue SCSI. I'm gonna try, even though I've never had luck with that. Copy to the blue SCSI. That's what I want to see. Goody. I'm working on it. I'm waiting for the image to copy to the blue SCSI. Hold your horses. Okay. Right, and blue SCSI we trust. Here's the fun thing. I can't hear the music. It's playing to an audio channel that I cannot hear, but the stream can hear it. This might be a small... We'll see if this can actually boot. If not, I'm gonna have to burn a DVD, but I have plenty of DVDs. Yeah. Can I still boot XP? I can still boot XP. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm not sure what is up with at least the interaction between Windows ISOs and the Blue SCSI, but I've never been able to get them to work. And on the occasion that they do, I usually have issues with drive assignments. And I know it's something that I probably should ask around about, but also at the same time, it's like, I don't feel like stopping everything for that. I just burn a disk and carry on. Well, I mean, if you watch here, it'll do this, and then it'll be like, no SCSI boot device has been found. As you can see here. I mean, did they break them in, like, newer Windows versions? Because, I know Windows 98 and ME will boot off of Blue SCSI, it's just the drive assignments are weird. Okay, let me reboot. Let me get back to that real quick. Alright, guide me, oh senpai. Good God. Here. Okay. Side note, I wish there was a way to turn off this top fans crap. And the CD is at CD 0, by the way, so it's already set properly. Okay. Okay, give me a moment. It in the... I really hate... Like, I got a new window... Well, new as in quote-unquote new. Got a new Windows laptop. And... the SD card slot on it is, micro for some dumb reason. Give me a moment. I assume that's what you were going to have me do, right? Oh. Do I need to change this to... Okay. Well, I already changed it to ID6. Now, whether this will boot from the CD-ROM, the blue SCSI before the SATA card, is up to the board, I guess. That did not work. I am grabbing my stack of DVDs now. If I can remember where I stuck them, that is. Did it just fucking boot long? God damn it. It's working now. Hi. I'm so glad I'm not sponsored by PCBWay. Oh boy, I would have been demonetized. Alright, we're getting the this build, I guess, then. I also cannot remember where the hell my DVDs have gone, so maybe it's good that this actually decided to work. Hey, I wouldn't mind being sponsored by them. It's just not much a fan of them being like, you can't swear. So the original plan was going to be I downloaded the final pre-reset build that's available. And that's what I was going to try and install off the blue SCSI. It's also fun because, like, looking at the Longhorn betas, like, I know people like to shit on Vista, but they really... The reset was needed because, like, holy moly. I see where they were kind of trying to go with these designs, but they are rough. This is also, like... retreading ground that I wished I could have many years ago because, like, I remember specifically seeing screenshots of Milestone 5 in computer magazines, like, way back in the day. And thinking, oh my god, this looks. What is this? Like, wow. A new a new radio, like, what kind of radio? Oh, you got me. I swear. You and your dad jokes. So I'm not awake enough for this. I'm awake against my will right now. This is the part where I thought things had frozen for a while because it does take forever. Did it break? No, it didn't. What the? Oh, something happened. Alright. Here's the point at which things broke last time. By last time, I mean when I tried this last night. Yeah, this build is broken. That's unfortunate. Either it's broken or it doesn't like being upgraded from Windows XP. Let me see if I can find my DVDs. Those are not my DVDs. Those are my dual-layer DVDs, and we do not like. I will be back moment. They're out the door. It's strange because I could swear I brought them in here, but. Okay. I guess I was doing some shenanigans out in the garage and I had it out there. I'm quickly going to burn a DVD. And since Power ISO claims it's bootable, I'm not going to bother to reimage the drive. God, Windows 11, stop. Burn to DVD, maximum. And yeah, we have honglorned. I think I might also, like, I don't want to do it just yet, but, part of me wants to swap the sound card in here, too. As I've noticed, the Aureal Vortex does not really seem to get along super great with anything newer than XP. And I have like a Sound Blaster Audigy 2 ZS I want to put in here, actually. I need to find a front panel for it, though, but those are expensive. I should actually ask in, like, the Discords I'm in if anybody has one. Again, Audigy 2 front panel has been orphaned from its card. Yeah, you and someone else did in another Discord I'm in, and I'm just like, you lucky bastards. Somebody spotted one at E-Waste and, like, sniped it, and I'm just like, Lucky. I should just put up a post on Blue Sky and be like, hey, do I know anybody who has one of these just, like, sit in a box somewhere? Don't know what to do with it, but can give it to me? Part of the reason, like, I keep the, Vortex 2 around is for the odd time that I would need to play a DOS game, but I find the chances of that rapidly diminishing. Because DOS was just simply before my time, and I feel like I'm sitting on enough hardware that if I really wanted to play DOS games, I could broker a trade for something more period correct. Hey, broker a trade for something I could put a Pico Gus into. Okay. We have finished burning. Alright. I got distracted. Oopsie. But we have CD boot, so that's good. I'm so glad to know this Pioneer DVD drive that I refurbished is working excellently. I also like using the optical drive here because I can hear when it's doing something. Hi, Starbuck. Now, for everybody curious, 4093, which is what the build we're installing now, was the last one before Microsoft said we need to start over. And from what the quick Google told me, they made that decision about 4 hours after this build was released. So, we get to see the build that made Microsoft be like, we need to go back to the drawing board. Let's do what it says here. And it did nothing. Keyboard is there though. Yeah, Longhorn did become Vista. This is so Longhorn had what's called the pre-reset and post-reset. And pre-reset was when it was more closer to Windows XP than what we got with Vista. Post-reset is when they kind of threw everything out and decided to start over. And this build that we're installing now is the final pre-reset build before they threw it out and started over. Unfortunately, it's not responding to the keyboard, so I'm gonna trust that it's doing something. And gates forbid this does not work. I have a working build of 4020 that I can throw in real quick for demo purposes. This is bare metal. I'm running it on a Pentium 4 system. I can actually prepare the backup if I so pleased. In fact, I might just do that. Where is my cable? Yeah, right now, spinning Rust. I ran out of SSDs, unfortunately. Next time I'm at E-Waste, I need to, like, buy a bunch of, like, cheap 64 gig SSDs for this stuff. This is one of those cases where I really wish I had, activity lights. But given that it's not responding to the keyboard, I'm going to side with it, like, Real Deal has locked up. But I will give it a few more minutes. Oh, there it goes. Never mind. Was I'm about to give up. It's like, nope, I'm still here. I'm still here. I do not have a mouse. That is, I don't know why. I'm gonna blank the screen again. I know this stuff is publicly available on, like, archive.org, but knowing my luck, YouTube will turbo kill my account for it. And then we go and boop. I mean, 5400 RPM ain't bad if we're honest for like older OSs. I think for like Windows XP and prior, the bottleneck really comes down to like what bus you're using. Anything. I really hope. I really hope it installed the right drive. If it installed it all, that is. Because it didn't ask me for a damn thing. I'm gonna let it just auto boot for right now. We'll see what happens. Oopsie. I'm just gonna wipe this drive, because that seems like the better idea here. Also, this 7200 RPM drive I have here seems to have died, because it just hung my laptop for no reason. I'm also running out of... I'm running out of laptop SATA drives entirely, and I don't like this. I'm gonna just format this entire thing. NTFS, quick. Yeah, let's do it. Yes. I don't have anything that would even run Windows 1.0 right now. Like, the machine we're messing with... Well, no, actually, no, never mind. The oldest machine I have in my inventory at the moment, Windows-wise, is like my compact Presario. No, that is significantly before my time. I mean, not significantly, but before I, like, was into computers. Yay, we get to play the waiting game again. Trust me, Longhorn is... it's bad. Like, speed-wise. If I opt to roll back to Milestone 5, Even with drivers installed, it is slow garbage. I'm also installing off of a DVD drive, so I mean, and it's an era appropriate DVD drive, no less. So not the fastest thing either. DVD drives from like the mid 2000s are just. Hmm. I've not had very good luck with them. This one surprisingly works also after I put a new belt in it. IDE drives are the worst, and they're like. They are dying like crazy, and I hate this so much. And I guess back in the mid 2000s, like SATA was only really for hard drives, if I remember correctly. Like they didn't really do optical drive booting until later, if I remember. Because I have plenty of SATA optical drives, but IDE ones I'm starting to run out of. I want to say Ultra ATA or something like that. I'm not well versed in IDE standards. I know there's like ATA slash 33 slash 66 and Ultra ATA, a tappy. It's a big old mess that I have not wrapped my brain around. I plug cable into drive and it work. That's what all I do. Everybody Longhorn. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go out to the garage because I have a copy. Well, I'm loaning a copy or a box for Windows Vista. I'm kind of curious as to if that'll install in this system. I don't. I mean, it should, but you know. Okay. I spent time doing things I probably should. But anyway, I don't know if there's a copy of Windows Vista in the box I'm loaning, but I can't figure out how to open those damn cases that they used back then. And given that it is not like mine, I do not feel like trying to figure it out and breaking it in the process. So I'm just not going to. Let's see what happens. Going to once again blank the stream so I do not get shot by Microsoft for this. That all done. I don't know. For some reason, I don't know why. Like, I have a PS2 mouse plugged in. I don't know why it doesn't see my mouse, but so it reboots. but I don't think it touched the hard drive. Yeah, it didn't touch the hard drive. Unless there's been a backtracking in the driver support somewhere, because uh, it shouldn't need drivers because it's in legacy mode. Do I have a copy of Windows Vista just chilling here? I do not. Archive.org, save me. Go all. No service back. Sweet. I'm looking up some information. I think I'm gonna do the thing that I want. I think I'm gonna just play around a little bit here and just throw Vista on here, or try to. We'll see how that goes. I'm downloading the original version of Vista. But I do have an image of Milestone 5 that I know to work, so I'm probably just going to stick that back on the drive and boot it. In fact, yeah, let's go ahead and just do that. There's a problem with this drive. Oh no. Store. Longhorn. I'm sorry for this being a little more boring than I thought it would be. I thought Longhorn would, just work, but boy, that was the wrong assumption to make. Let's see what finishes first. Burning the DVD or the re-imaging of the drive. Alright, imaging is almost done. Didn't think the most broken feeling build here was going to be the good one, but what do I know? Okay, it's time to Honglorn, I hope. I do wonder if the disc would actually do something now. I wonder if it would see the installed Longhorn and be like, oh yeah, let's upgrade. Oh, you're telling what the... Alright, I'm not gonna freak out just yet, because this has happened before. I've had my XP image do that, and then a reboot set it right again. Ugh. I've literally not changed a damn thing about this install. Oh, Longhorn. I'm gonna try booting from the CD again, seeing if it recognizes the install and can do something with it. On. Also, if I need to reinstall Longhorn later, I can totally do it. And it's not gonna do it because it's just gonna blow up on me. Fine. Fine, I am choosing violence. Where how's my Sharpie going? Wow, it is locked up so hard, the drives aren't even responding. And if you will not take a Longhorn Beta, we'll try RTM then, ya jerk. Or it's just gonna be like, haha, nah. You don't even get that. You don't even get the glory of a Windows Vista install out of this. In which case, like, come on, man. Yeah, it is proper mad. Oh, no, there it goes. Never mind. I have to forget this is completely unpatched. Straight off the presses, RTM Windows Vista. And it's not going to be pretty. I'm not only going to blank this out because YouTube will probably do things, but also I'm using a key I actually own, so because at the beginning of the 2010s, I actually got some Vista licenses for pretty cheap. And again, these keys may not work. Never mind, they do. Right, I need to turn you guys back on. Hee oopsie. Fishing. Ah, more waiting. Yay. I suppose this will also be my first experience with Windows Vista on kind of period hardware, in a way, like more typical hardware of the time. Because, back in the Vista days, my first shake with Vista was on a MacBook Pro after they had moved over to the Core 2 Duos. So that was like really the best case scenario for something with Vista. Because that machine easily like destroyed the system requirements. This machine is more middle of the road. It's not a complete potato, but it's also not like the ideal system at the same time. Probably after this finishes installing, I'm gonna cut stream, though, because I am getting tired. I'm up at a time I should not be up, and I know people who are familiar with what time zone I'm in might be like, what? But it's morning. What are you talking about? And put simply, I am a creature of the night. Unfortunately, we're gonna be here for a minute, so I would say if I had a big audience, like, hey, ask me anything. Hmm. Color correction. Vision. I should change the stream name to. Installing updates? What updates are you gonna find, you silly thing? I am gonna be curious to see if this will activate. Oh my god, it finally did the thing. Unlike Longhorn, I have a mouse this time. Oh, we got a boot screen. Oh yeah, baby. Service pack 0 Vista, let's go. Crunchy. I'm curious as to how many drivers it's just gonna have right off the hop. Oop, there's our mouse. Ew. Oh no, we gotta go through this part of the install now. I'm more curious to see if we get aero glass out of this hardware. I don't see why we wouldn't. Now I think it's initializing all the hardware. And there's a reboot. Go on, Vista, you can do it! Yeah, buddy! I think it's gotta do some final setup before it hits the desktop. Yep, there it goes. I would say, come on, Vista, you're slow as hell. But one, remembering this is Surface Pack 0, and two, remembering that the other machine I have Vista on is a Core 2 quad system with a GPU that is very not period correct. In fact, it is funny. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier in the stream, but it's like, I get this whole thing set up, and I'm like, hey man, this is awesome. Then Phil's computer lab puts up a video. It's like, yeah, by the way, I'm just running Windows 98 on a Core 2 Duo, and it works perfectly fine. But to be fair, I also just do like having pure correct hardware to some extent. We have Aero Glass. It has the drivers already. Don't have audio though. Are we? Let's see. Yeah, I had a feeling that wasn't going to work. Up. Guessing the Ariel is just not going to work on here. That's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, we are. We're in Vista. We have Aero Glass working. Old. I think what I can actually do is if I connected this up to Legacy Update, I could probably activate it that way, but also Windows Loader exists, so yeah. We're in Vista, and it's not Longhorn, but I gotta do that off stream because that's gonna take a minute, so I think I'm gonna end the stream here because I am getting very tired. So I will see you guys around if anybody is still out there, because I know this kind of jumped the shark a little bit, but it is what it is. So until next time, I'll see you guys later.